I was diagnosed with arthritis about 20 years ago. It's a very dull pain. Stairs are always a problem. Anything that involves a joint, like a hip or a knee or an ankle that you have to use when you move, can be a real problem.
Arthritis is really a general term. There's osteoarthritis, which is probably the most common type, is referred to oftentimes as wear and tear arthritis. There's rheumatoid arthritis, and then there's several other immunologic types of arthritic conditions that are less common than those two.
One of my favorite things is my 3-year-old granddaughter, and this morning she asked me to help her put together a puzzle which she had on the floor. I got down on the floor and we started to put it together.
Oh, that goes there, Caroline. I got one.
But all the while I'm thinking, how am I going to get up from here?
In the last 20 or 25 years, we have developed disease-modifying drugs that have changed the course of rheumatoid arthritis. So now it's very uncommon to see someone with crippling rheumatoid arthritis. This is a success story of clinical trials. The story is a little bit different with osteoarthritis. Many people are surprised when I tell them that we really don't have a treatment for that disease. Now there's hope for that, and that's part of what clinical trials does for you.
I have family in the health professions, and they participate in clinical trials, and they asked me if I might be interested, and I thought, well, maybe, tell me about it.
This is really a volunteer activity, and patients need to be comfortable with it. The informed consent process is really where people learn about the ins and outs of that particular project. You have to understand the benefits and risks, and you have to agree that you have the time and understand those benefits and risks and sign the consent form before we do anything else.
Well, one of the trials that I'm in currently takes a very minimal amount of time, somewhere between a half an hour and an hour every couple of weeks. I have 3 different medicines, and so you take one of each to see the effectiveness.
I've been a study investigator for more than 20 years. There's way more in medicine that we don't know than we do know. And so this is the process through which we get better. There's always things to learn and little nuances of how best to treat them that we can get better at.
I'm now a firm believer in clinical trials. It's nice to know that what I'm doing hopefully will be of benefit to someone. Even if it showed that this particular medicine was not effective, then they've learned something else, that will help advance science.